The Zium Garden. This is the sequel to something I played a while back, and this is going to be one of those weird walking simulators. But I say give it a chance because I think it could get real. It could get real weird with it. And we're going to end a Sunday finally with a chill stream. No, it's not a sequel to the Museum of Anything Goes. I think it was just called Zium Museum or something. It was the Zium Museum. And it was a game that had a lot of weird visuals. What a surprise. So here it is, the Zium Garden. I like weird walking simulators. I like seeing what people are capable of making. And I like taking a tour through other people's work. And this is exactly that. So let's get into it a bit. Hey, Sphinx, there's no way to lower the mouse sensitivity, right? So that this doesn't turn into like a Twitch fest. I could lower the DPI on my mouse, but it's still like kind of choppy. The art is hungry for memory and sometimes halts time to eat. Alright, so then I'll just lower the DPI as much as I can. Still, for a game like this, where you want the experience to kind of talk for itself, you want mouse smoothing. Okay, there's the controls. Oh. Oh my god, okay. This is not what I expected. Whoa.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen im Zium-Projekt. Bitte habt einen guten Aufenthalt.
Okay. Hallo und willkommen.
Olá e bem-vindo ao projeto Zium. Por favor, tenha uma boa estadia.
I wonder how many people go to the wacky waving arm, inflatable flailing arm man people first. Like, that's gotta be most people. I wish, you know, a game like this, it would be cool if there was, like, some kind of data. And you could see at the end of the game, like, you and 75% of the other people went to the wacky flailing arm, inflatable arm long boys. Press enter. To enter, press enter. There's other realms here in this garden. I could see this being the style of an indie game, if it already isn't. You know, just not a walking simulator either. Someone just said this needs VR support. I wouldn't be surprised if it has VR support. A lot of things like this do. You know what had VR support? Stage 9, which was a recreation of the Enterprise D that was shut down by CBS Studios. The wonderful Stage 9 that they've been working on for many years. That was shut down recently by CBS. I'm gonna stream it again. I don't give a fuck. Eat a dick, CBS. I'm gonna stream it. I streamed it like a year ago. They updated it a lot since then. I want to check it out, see where they were. They were going to release another massive update. I talked about this on stream. And it was going to have a lot of other cool things and recreations of different sets and, you know, they were increasing the accuracy and visual fidelity of the Enterprise. And so that's not going to happen, but we have to settle now for the version that came out, I guess, 4 or 5 months ago. shit, someone's at my door. Hang on.
How you doing? Vinesauce?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, it's me, Mr. CBS. What's this about you wanting to do a Star Trek Enterprise thing tour with VR? That's illegal, you know. We shut that down so you can use our CBS All Access service to watch our subpar new Star Trek show that's on CBS All Access.
Listen, you're just the Capcom guy from last night, aren't you? You work at Capcom and CBS?
Yeah, double dipping, good money. So just don't stream it, or else I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head, all right?
It's like Tinky Winky, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, that was I just got threatened by Tinky Winky. I'd get shot in the head if I streamed Stage 9. Oh. Whole planet. Q. Hang on.
Yeah, did you just say Q from Star Trek Next Generation? The character? John Delancey? Yeah, you can't say that. That's copyright CBS, okay? Thanks.
You son of a bitch. This should be like the new Windows background. Pleaser, Codematic. How do I use it? I want to use it. It's a Kodachrome. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. Yeah. Can't really use it, but I can look at it. Cool. That face. Something really unnatural about that face. I don't like it. Chromatic aberrations art. Whoa. Whoa. Well, we can't pick up rainbow energy in real life, so I guess we'll have to settle for doing it in a video game. Looks good. That's a good effect. A lot of this stuff looks really good. Oil painting. There's another warp zone. But before I do that, I need to know what this is. I thought it was Shia LaBeouf at first. Storm of Emotions. This exhibit is a shader, particle, and audio display.
Commencé ma scolarité dans une école catholique et privée.
Holy shit.
Notre-Dame de la Miséricordia. Tous les jours, les bus de ramassage scolaire venaient me chercher dans les quartiers populaires des abattoirs pour m'amener dans les quartiers chics de l'école. Tous les jours, c'était pareil. J'avais envie de faire pipi. Après de multiples attentes et railleries du conducteur de bus, ils ont décidé que je devais faire pipi derrière le petit mur du jardin. Ça allait plus vite. C'était évident, je ne voulais pas y aller. Je répétais sans cesse, je ne suis pas comme les autres.
I don't feel so
Cette
good, Mr.
sensation était
Sauce.
puissante et me rendait malheureuse.
Yeah, that is exactly the kind of weird that I thought that was gonna be. Well, not exactly, but close. Close enough. Oh. Huh. This is interesting too. It's like a 3D interactive. What's the word I'm looking for? Not a collage, but diorama. Thank you, diorama. Anyway, I broke the baguettes. Accidental timing. I pressed escape and then it left just at the perfect moment musically. Wonder if there's any like Easter eggs where you bring this to another end of the museum and you get like you put it in something and then you get like a cool thing. Like you get like a gun. You can't run while you hold objects, so I'm not going to bring it with me. Indie game. Protagonist. About hiking. It's a game about hiking and emotions. And there's definitely a dude in the game called Thad. That's his name. T-H-A-D. He's the guy with the gun. That's the gun you get. Nathaniel Smash.
And you know what that means? It's Valentine's Day.
Not really.
Who's this Valentine guy anyway? Let's try asking Pope Gelasius I, who's known for celebrating the first Valentine's Day. Who was he? What'd he do?
I don't know.
In fact, due to his obscurity, the Roman Catholic Church kicked him out of their calendar of significant saints. Arrivederci, Gelasius. Well, we must know something about him, yeah? There's gotta be something that we can learn in this video. Let's run through some St. Valentine facts. Number 1, he's a saint. Number 2, his feast day is February 14th. And by the way, in 13th century France, there was a dog called Saint Guinevere. But
Vinny,
unfortunately, the pooch wasn't officially approved.
Dad, I don't want to watch this
It was
exhibit.
given a particularly holy
This
name.
museum is boring.
Apparently, you need to be human to be canonized. But anyway, you're hungry for more, right? Well, I can't guarantee the truth of this stuff, but there's a good chance old St. Val is actually a placeholder for multiple people. In other words, it's not exactly clear there was just one specific dude named Valentine. Over the years, several people named Valentine probably died on February 14th. Maybe no one named Valentine did. Maybe someone by Val, some by Teen. Could have just been one saintly fellow demanding Valentine for all we know. Either way, there's probably plenty of skulls out there to dig up and check. You know, maybe a couple say Valentine across the top. Because as everyone knows, during decomposition, our skulls always etch out our full names across the top. That way, it's easy for our descendants to recognize us. You know, because teeth aren't always the most reliable, whereas skull names always are. And all this skull speak got me thinking. Give your dog a scalp massage the next time you see them. Every scalp scratch gets them closer to heaven. So, to recap, Valentine was a dude, or several dudes. What's the plural for dudes? A flock of dudes? A murder of dudes? I think it's murder.
Murder,
Really
yes.
matter.
Yes, murder.
Flock of thought. So, again, Val got arrested for doing nothing. Maybe something. You know, probably digging a bit too hard on God when no one was really too keen on him.
Who's speaking?
And maybe he, or they, got killed for it, or not it, on the 14th of February.
Ah, you know what? I'm good. Warning, this film contains flashing and strobing images. I thought Saint Valentine was supposed to cure epilepsy, not cause it. He was supposed to destroy the Sith! Not join them! I guess this is art. This is an exhibit, I guess. I mean, I'm not an artist, so I don't know. I'm just asking. What's this? More weird things? Dream structure. Nasty prisms to you, good sir. Nicholas O'Brien.
Yeah, there's a character in Star Trek called Miles O'Brien, okay? Watch your back.
This is how Black Mesa can work for you. These I like. That's nice, little terrarium. Just drop it. Could you imagine this is what it's like to go to a real museum? You know, pick up the objects, examine them, and just fucking throw them. Even if they have little onion men inside them. It's like a Bickman in there. It's very relaxing. And I'm glad I did this at the end of the night, as opposed to in between the two things. Andros. Oh, that's a weird filter. That is a weird filter. Snap mesh. That's trippy. Yeah, from a distance, it's almost nothing. And then you get closer to it, it's awesome. I heard Andros gave his troops Ligma. Sorry, someone wrote it, and I like doing the Falco voice from that video. I can't help it. It's so good. I don't think the Ligma joke is all that funny, but the Falco's voice is the best. I heard Andros. Here's another warp. Slippy, no! Oh shit. This looks cool. I'm pretty sure I've played this on a Sunday previously. Welcome to the PS1 intestine zone. I'm kidding. I played things that looked like this, but not this exact thing, obviously. This is great. Someone said Metroid Prime 4. Seriously, those you would shoot, and there would be health and missile pickups inside them. And then like a bull squid would emerge, and a big head crab. And then you have to do some terrible platforming segments in low gravity. And then, oh god, don't remind me of Zen. What do you mean it was a Virginia? What, that? No, that's not what you think it is. No, that's just that is the mouth sideways. They're sleeping. They're laying down on their pillow.
Yeah, hello, this is Mr. Twitch. I'm here to talk tell you can't be streaming vaginas at 3 in the morning. Oh, fine.
Have I fought you in Hollow Knight? You can't ride without a ticket. Would you like a ticket? Yes. Here you are. Just wait for the ride to stop and then enter through the gates. He say you Blade Runner. Oh, you were real? You cannot talk to or ride this horse. Get me on one. I needed a new ticket. That was a waste of a ticket. The gate opened and I didn't get on the horse. Wow, how embarrassing for you to see me like this. Would you like a ride? What a relief. I could do this forever. Would you like a ride? You're pretty good. You got your shit together. I've done the best I could. You're on fire. I got in trouble again, but this time I've learned my lesson. Would you like a ride? I didn't trust you either. This one's crappy. I've been through this 1,000 times before. Would you like a ride or not? Then stop wasting my time. I promise I'm strong. I just need someone to believe in me. Would you like to give me a shot? I'm not hurt. Stay true to yourself. I've been down and out for a while, but I'm ready to give you one more go. Would you like a ride? Measuring your options is important. I was told to stay away from the rain, but I couldn't resist. Now no one will ride me again. I knew it. Yes. Yay. If anyone wants to go horse racing, place some bets. I'm your guy. I always pick the trash horse. I believed in this horse. Vin, don't take the unoccupied slot. You will be made into the replacement. That would actually be a good ending to this. You become the horse. It's amazing when it's such a minimal game. Anything will entertain you. I'm sure I'm not speaking for everyone. But... genius Kajumbo and his Deadly Stranding game. Oh, what's this one? This is interesting. Anxiety simulator. Okay, anxiety amplifier would probably be more accurate. I want to get out of here. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Okay. How do you come up with this? Insert easy fat Vap joke, rather. Which chat was more than willing to do. Way before me. No, I didn't mean fat Vap joke. Vap. I don't even know what that means. So, chat, what does this vending machine give you? And imagine the answers. I'm already waiting for someone to say anxiety, AIDS. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Disappointment, ligma, of course. Anxiety. Never disappointing me. You never disappoint me, chat. I was gonna say Crystal Pepsi. A college degree? Oh, shit. Yeah, we're almost at the point where you could get one from, like, an, you know, a vending machine. Just put, you know, $150,000 in there. 50,000. Whoever made this should really make, like, an anxiety mood piece. Using this as a starting point. I'd play the fuck out of it. I mean, just take this concept, expand it, figure out where it, you know, where it could go. Tie it all together. Put it in a box. Deliver it. Put it on my car. Cheesy on my... Really interesting. Okay. Oh, there's a hidden dude. His face is crossed off. A banana in his pocket? No, that's his belt. Okay, so this is the hand garden. Cool. And then this one. Blue. Welcome to the blue zone. And I want to make music over, like, not make music, but like just play random little synthesizer notes over these pad sounds. Like do little solos and stuff. Is this the Bovins? After all these years, did we finally find the Bovins? This is where all the pleasure in the world ends up. Kind of amazing what you could do with a limited color palette. It's like there was a game I was playing, I don't know, maybe it was a year ago, a little over a year ago, where there was only like a little bit of color. And when I came across yellow, I was like talking about how you'd have to harvest yellow in this world. What the hell was that? I don't even remember what game that was. This is very similar to that. It's like, in some of these worlds, color is very rare. So like this, for example, this is an extremely rare color. It's a little red. You don't see a lot of red in this world. You see mostly blue, some white. And then, every now and then, you stumble across, oh, there's some pink. I say red because it's like if you add, you know, if we're just talking about RGB or red, yellow, just the primary colors, minimal. No. No, the primary colors are red, yellow, blue. I said RGB because I'm just used to, like, Photoshop and things. I swear I know a little bit, you know, some colors. Specifically, it's magenta, cyan, and yellow, but semantics. Bone. The only white color I like is bone. I like Davies gray. I like bone hurt juice. and now void. Wow. A little jarring getting out of that and going back to colors. Yo. What? I don't know why that was happening. You glitched it somehow? Let's be honest, me glitching something isn't exactly surprising these days. Okay, so this is basically what it's like to stream video games. A bunch of angry golf balls staring at you. Actually, this is more what it's like for me to be at Comic-Con. When I'm at New York Comic-Con and I do a meetup, people gather around me like this. And they're all just waiting for me to say something funny. And then I'll start talking, and then another person will interrupt them. And then another person will interrupt them. It's like it's like 40 Tommy Wiseaus gathered around me in a circle. Not always, and it's not as simple as that. There's really, I mean, people are mostly good. People are mostly respectful. But it's true. Oh, by the way, I am going to Comic-Con Thursday, Friday. Or at least one day, maybe two. We'll see how I'm feeling. But if you're there and you want to do a meetup, no. But if you see me and you want to say hi, feel free. But I'm not doing a meetup. I'm just going for my own entertainment. And for, you know, I didn't go last year. And this year, you know, my friend... Okay, so I used to go with my friend Dan, and he used to help me film. He's not going this year. So I'm just going alone. And I'm gonna check it out. And, again, if you see me, if you're at New York Comic Con this year, if you see me, you want to stop me and say hi, do it. Feel free. Seriously, you're not bothering me if you want to stop me and say hi. But I'm not doing like a full meetup because that's balls. Rissa, you'll be there too? Oh, that's good. Well, at least you and I can, like, if you know, I'm not going to do a meetup with you either, Rissa, even though you're a Vinesauce streamer and a good friend. But if you see me accidentally and you want to stop me and say hello, you can. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding! I'm joking. Don't read into it, chat. You always do. What's this? Someone said, oh shit, I could throw... Someone in chat said, are you only being polite on the internet? I just said I don't want to meet up with people. That's not being polite. Yeah, as I've said, like at conventions, I'm fine with signing autographs and meeting people for like 3 hours at a time. Like I can do that at PAX or at like Too Many Games, smaller conventions. Comic-Con, you know, because I can meet people one-on-one. Comic-Con, I can't meet people one-on-one. And I'm surprised. I never realize how many people know who I am until I go to a convention, and then it's just totally overwhelming. and the introvert in me wants to run away, but I do like meeting people. I'm like kind of an introverted extrovert. So at conventions that are like more controlled, where I can meet people one-on-one at like a table, no problem. If I could do a panel, no problem. Comic-Con, real fucking shit show. Is it weird having strangers be like, hey, Vinny, at you? Sometimes. I get used to it, though. But it only happens at conventions, so I just kind of, well, before I get to one, I just prepare mentally. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be that again. It's fine. I don't mind it. This one is awesome. And birds. I need paper. Where do I get paper from? I have rock. I have scissor. I had rock. There's... no, here we go. I see. So now I have rock. Now I have paper. Gotcha. Gotcha once. Gotcha twice. Gotcha 3 times, I win. Okay, well, I mean, I got a nice hand decoration. Guess I won. It was a crown? Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Beesh! How do I pet the pup? What was I supposed to do with the Valentine's thing told me to pet the pup? Whoa. Yeah, it's like a shadow box, yeah. Same for this. Oh man, that looks cool. Vinny, have there been any horror stories meeting people in person at cons? It would be really shitty of me to talk about those stories anyway. In really poor form. If there were any really horrifying stories. Yeah, it would be. I don't have any real horror stories, though. People need to learn. I mean, if you... Okay, here's my one caveat. If we talk for a minute, please don't follow me around after that. I wouldn't call that a horror story. It's a request. There you go. If you want the juicy details, I know what you want. You want that dirt. You want that fucking juicy, dirty... But that does happen, yeah, from time to time. The following artwork may contain high levels of flashing and strobing imagery. The following artwork may also cause nausea or be a trigger for nausea. Proceed at your own risk. The effect will eventually fade. Just walk away and don't panic. Seriously. Oh, okay. Well, I got nauseous playing a fucking Sonic game earlier, so... Oh. Oh my god. Oh shit, we're going warp 10. Oh shit! I'm testing myself. I'm still good. I'm still good. For now. For you guys, it's probably way stupider because the bitrate is probably eating itself. But for me... Oh, it's real no- oh my god. Purple haze all in my brain! Okay. Okay. I'm not nauseous. Though I was getting nauseous for a second. If this sign didn't insinuate that nausea could possibly happen, I might not have got there. But the fucking thought, the implication, is what got me almost there. That was... That was crazy. That was really good. Cursed art. No, we're not doing round 2. We're not gonna do round 2. I just want to get a little bit of a buzz on. Oh, cool. Like, it's a cool style for a video game, like Advance Wars, maybe? Or, oh, people are saying Mega Man Legends, yeah. I love low poly, art with textures like this. Spaceship. Yep, freight shuttle. Oh, this is a cool art style. I'd play a game that looked like this. You know, a little bit more refined than this, but it's like a cool idea. Specifically like that kind of thing right there, like the... is this a chromatic aberration? What would you call this? The red and blue thing, where they're not perfectly lined up. It's like a neat effect. And then like the kind of like newspaper, comic book thing. It just looks kind of cool from a distance like that. I don't know. Maybe it could be done. Maybe something could be done with the style like this in a game. I think it might be interesting. Because I was thinking about this before when I was playing that Mario game about different styles that Nintendo tapped into. Like they did pastels with Yoshi's Island, they did yarn, they did wool. They're doing, Flippin' Island? Yoshi's Flippin' Island? Like, well, what else could you do? I guess you could do something like that. Screen tone is the dots? Oh, okay. Risograph? That's what it said earlier, yeah, risograph. Oh man, I'm getting some weird flashbacks from that painting. Oh god. Oh man, the shrooms. 3 days later, the lights started melting again. I'm just gonna hit it one more time, alright? I don't have a problem. I don't have, you have a problem. I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime I want. Come on, you only live once, bro. Yeah. I'm really feeling it! Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah. I don't have a problem. Okay. Think we're kind of winding down here. Couple structures in the distance. Didn't really go into the dome. No shit. Oh, could you imagine this with the effect? I think it's reflecting the structures on the outside of this. Yo, I'm gonna hit it and come back in. I don't have a problem. It's fine. God damn it, YouTube. I'm trying to get bong hit sound effects. Wasn't as good. It's like you need more. Like the 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th time, you know? It's like you need... Like, I just need to do more next time. Okay, no, I really don't want to go back in there. So, Sphinx, did you say that there were a couple more, things? Like, exhibits? That's a different that is a different person now. There's a warp zone in front of the fish. Oh, here. Is this Captain Toad? And this is all done in Unity. All these visual effects. All these areas. People like to shit on Unity. I understand why. Because they see it associated with low-quality games. But Unity can be a really nice-looking engine, if utilized correctly. Unity-chan. Someone said something about a cylinder. I might have missed a cylinder. Oh, shit. Tax haven. We know where Yoshi would be. This makes me want to go to a real museum. Not that this isn't. Just a virtual real museum. Real fake museums. Welcome to real fake museums. This is like when I went to the Escher museum. Well, it wasn't a museum, it was an exhibit, and it was at Industry City in Brooklyn. I just stumbled upon it. Like, I was there to get ramen. The ramen place was closed, and I ended up finding a bunch of other cool shit. And I followed the signs, and it was like, go here for MC Escher exhibit. And it was really cool. But it was set up in like a weird way where you could go through the exhibit and do like experiences and interactive stuff, and it would like trip you out a little bit. And then you stumbled down the infinite stairs. Some stay. Some say. Some say. Some say. Some stay.
مرحبا ومرحبا بكم في مشروع زوم.
Whoa. How come you don't see the thing? It's facing the wrong way. Fuck? Nice. I fixed it. It's exactly what you'd expect. Some say, some stay. Falling down the stairs forever. The infinite staircase.
F-I-2.
How good do you think this frog feels right now, man? Frog on, good. Probably. Someone said bring the camera to the painting. Well, before I do that, there is something I want to do. I wish my fucking movement speed wasn't hindered by me carrying objects, but I want to give that frog... I like that frog. I'm going to offer him a gift. I want to get the gun by giving the frog the rainbow. A Korok appears, it goes, "Yahaha!" And then it gives me a gun. I knew that Korok emote would come in handy. Even if only like once a year from this point forward. rejects my offering. Give it one of the brochures. I don't think there's any interactivity because, well, I mean, maybe. Could be a special case thing, but it seemed like that whole area was just filled in. Man, you know what? You know what's extra weird about this for me? Is this is what Worlds was trying to do 20 years ago. Like, be like when Bowie was promoting Worlds. You know, I guess his idea, he was an art collector. And his idea and other people who were making Worlds was like, well, people can build art. They can build their own little spaces and they can put it, you know, so that other people can see it. And, you know, it was severely limited by the technology. But that was the beginning of shit like this. It's over by the fish. Yeah, I'm gonna put this camera by the trippy painting. 'Cause I'm stupid. Just gonna do this because it's getting late. Well, it is late. It probably won't do anything, but it was a request, and I figure I could do it. Why not? But yeah, this stuff is cool, and to think that it started, you know, people 20 years ago, or like even earlier than that with CD-ROMs, like the Museum of Anything Goes. This is the evolution of that. It's just, it was harder to publish that shit back then, so you didn't see it, but now like indie developers and teams of people can come together and combine their efforts into something like this. I think Bowie would have liked this. This was Zium Garden. I loved it. Thank you for joining me on this strange, often relaxing, sometimes anxiety-causing journey. Some good painting though, right? Can I just get one more hit of the painting? One more hit! No, I'm good, man. I'm good. let's stop here, take a look at the art. Mono linked it in chat. I hope they make more. I hope next year there's another one, because I'd play it. And I hope people make more cool stuff like this. Because I've played stuff like this that isn't as good as that. And I'm open to weird stuff, or just, you know, looking at things if it's well done and if it's put together in a way that's interesting for me, which is exactly what that was, which is going into little collages and dioramas, walking around, exploring, finding new things, interacting with objects, interesting sounds, interesting visuals. Everything about that was exactly what I want from like a little museum walking simulator. So I hope people continue to do that and make it as good as that. Let's take a look at the art. Thank you for watching the Sunday stream. I think the next Sunday stream there's going to be something horror related, or at least something on the spoopy side for Spooptober. And during the week, just to let you know before I do the art, Dead Space, I'm working through that. Mega Man 11. Diablo. I might try to get started with Silent Hill 2 this week, but considering I'm doing Comic-Con at the end of the week, I might hold off and start it the week after. But I also have some other Spooptober games that are shorter that I'd like to show you. When do you do Diablo? Well, every night I tend to stream around 11 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in that region. And Diablo 2, we're on Act 4. And it's going quick. And it's not the most exciting stream in the world for most people, but I like it. So I don't know what day I'm going to do it, but it'll happen. Yeah. Jabbler. Jabbler. That's how you say it.